When I first transferred to Meadowbrook High School, I believed the biggest challenge would be learning the layout of the endless hallways or remembering the complicated bell schedule. I was wrong. The real challenge turned out to be finding where I belonged. My name is Lily Carter. I had just moved to town to live closer to extended family after my dad took a new job. Thankfully, I wasn't completely alone. My cousin Emma Reynolds attended the same school. Emma was kind, confident, and easily made friends. She walked with ease through crowded corridors as if everyone already knew her. I, on the other hand, clutched my books tightly and tried not to look lost. That first morning, Emma waited for me by the lockers, waving enthusiastically. Seeing her smile eased my nerves. We walked to class together, her chatting about upcoming quizzes and upcoming school events while I nodded and tried to pretend I wasn't nervous. She promised everything would get easier. In English class, I met Sophia Brooks, Emma's closest friend. Sophia was quick-witted, energetic, and seemed to shine wherever she went. She greeted me warmly, but I still felt like an outsider observing a friendship that had already been perfectly formed. The three of us soon began working on a history project together. Long afternoons passed in the library surrounded by dusty reference books and quiet whispers. Slowly, I noticed how both girls balanced each other, Emma's calm steadiness paired naturally with Sophia's enthusiastic spirit. At first, I hovered quietly, afraid of intruding. But over time, I began contributing ideas, and they listened with genuine interest. For the first time since arriving, I felt included. Everything seemed perfect, until misunderstandings crept in. During one lunch period, I overheard a partial conversation between Sophia and another classmate. Without context, I misinterpreted the words, believing Sophia had said something unkind about me. My heart sank. Rather than asking her directly, I withdrew. I stopped joining their lunch table and made excuse after excuse to avoid library sessions. Emma eventually noticed. One afternoon she found me sitting alone on the school steps, staring at the sidewalk. She sat beside me without saying anything until I finally admitted what I thought I'd heard. Emma gently explained there had been a misunderstanding. Sophia had been discussing a presentation topic and using my name for a positive example, not criticism at all. I felt embarrassed and unsure what to do. Emma encouraged me to talk to Sophia directly rather than letting unspoken feelings grow. That evening during rehearsal for the upcoming school assembly, I finally gathered the courage to approach Sophia in the gym. I told her honestly how I'd felt instead of blaming her. To my relief, she seemed genuinely surprised and immediately apologized for the confusion. She reassured me she truly valued me as part of the group. The tension dissolved instantly. We laughed over how communication mistakes can lead to unnecessary distance. From that moment on, something changed. Our friendship felt stronger because we had chosen honesty. In the following weeks, we worked more closely than ever, practicing our project presentation during breaks and encouraging one another through exam stress. On assembly day, we stood together on stage under bright lights, speaking confidently to rows of students and teachers. Applause filled the auditorium, but the real triumph was standing beside friends who believed in me. As the year continued, I transformed from the quiet new student into someone unafraid to raise her hand in class or volunteer for school events. Emma and Sophia never let me forget I belonged. They reminded me that friendships are built not on perfection but on understanding and open hearts. One evening after school, we sat on the bleachers watching the sun dip behind the fields. We laughed about our earliest awkward days and teased each other about forgotten homework assignments. I realized something important in that calm moment. Sometimes, the simplest relationships teach the deepest lessons. My cousin and her friend didn't just welcome me into their circle, they taught me how to trust people again, how to communicate instead of retreat, and how genuine friendship can turn even the loneliest place into home. Our story might look small from the outside, a few schoolgirls navigating classes and feelings, but to me, it became a turning point. Meadowbrook High wasn't just a new school anymore. It was where I learned the true meaning of belonging. And that lesson, I knew, was something I would carry long after graduation.